Well, hello there. It is your mom of three in NYC, and I'm back with another video. Yay. Hello. It's chilly here in NYC. Little tangent. It's like 44 degrees and it's sunny, so it's gorgeous, but it's chilly. Anywho, this is your first time on my channel. Welcome. My name is Taneza. I am the mom of three. Street cleaner. You guys see how crazy they drive? Oh, sorry. I'm really in NYC. I'm the mom of three sensational kids living in the heart of New York City. I would love for you to join my YouTube family, my tribe. All you have to do is hit that button down below. The one that says subscribe. If you are already subscribed, you're smart. You smart. Please make sure that your notification bell is turned on, so every time I post, you get the alert. Every time I post, you get the alert. I'm just so happy right now, guys. I don't know why. I have a wave of energy. It's not caffeine related, so I'm just so thankful for it. So let's get started. This is a review. Married at First Sight, UK edition, season 7, episode 8. Let's just jump right in. Tribe. This is something that they don't do on the US. They don't do this check-in first commitment ceremony. Like in the US, like once you're married, period. And you guys have 8 weeks to figure it out and then decide on decision day. The UK, which is kind of cute, kind of different, they have something called a commitment ceremony. According to the experts, this is a no BS zone. No bull. And during this ceremony, it's a time for you to be honest about how things are really going on in your relationship. And the experts are there to support and ask questions. At the end of you all's talking, each take turns. You have written on a piece of paper whether you want to leave. They call it the experiment, and I get it. Yes, it's an experiment, but it's also a marriage. So you decide whether you want to leave or stay. Of course, if they both put stay, you're going to stay for another week. If one person puts leave, but the other person writes stay, you have to stay for at least 1 week to work on the relationship. So we both put stay, you guys are in it. If one person says, want to leave, but the other person says stay, even though you want to leave, you are now committed to working through it for at least 1 more week. And then if they both want to leave, then the experiment, as it pertains to your marriage, is over. All right, so all the couples are sitting together. So it's not like a one-on-one thing, no. When the experts do the check-in on the couples in Married at First Sight here in America, it's one-on-one. It's the couple and an expert. But here, it's everyone. Everyone sitting around a living room space. And then we have the 3 experts there to give their observations and ask the hard questions. Let's jump into it. Shanita and Jordan. They are just the happiest, cutest couple ever. They are. Jordan is happy. Physical attraction, quote, clicks. Shanita said that she felt comfortable straight away. And I love that. I know that's UK, British speak, but I love it. So I said it straight away. At the couple's dinner, it turns out, because they have microphones everywhere and cameras, Jordan confided in Zoe that he could be falling in love with her. Theirs was like short, sweet, and to the point. So the experts asked Shanita, and in her card, it was cute. It said, stay yay. Jordan reveals his decision. He said he's been enjoying every moment and so he as well would like to stay, and then they kiss. Super cute. The next couple up, Jess and PJ. They had a great wedding. The honeymoon was in the Maldives. Jess says they get along so well. Oh, we get along, but then, just friends at the moment. PJ says that he really wants to fall in love. That's something he really, really wants. He's not sure what's holding him back. The experts tell him that they must open up. PJ says that Jess is everything that he asked for, but he thinks that Jess asked for things that she did not get. And I felt so bad when he said that. He feels like he's not enough. That's the sentiment that I'm getting. The expert says that there is no physical support. And by that he means like patting on the back or on the shoulder, holding. There's no physical support and there's zero affection, the expert said. And Jess said, that's just how I am. And she felt like she was being made to be a bad guy, but that's just how she is. And I was surprised. This could go either way. This one could go either way. But PJ said that he really wanted to work on it, and so he put stay. His decision was to stay. He said, "You're stuck with me now," which is cute. Jess, I want this to happen, and she said stay. And I put in my notes, yay. This couple I'm pulling for. I'm pulling for this couple. I am. Taneza is. And then Zoe. They were each other's type. So when they said, start the wedding, they all started the wedding. And they, both breathed a sigh of relief because Jenna wanted someone that was going to be in a suit. And Zoe likes a feminine female. So when she heard the heels and saw the dress coming down the aisle, she was definitely pleased. Jenna is worried about how she lives her life and be seen by some as an issue. And by that, she means being vegan, sustainable living. Zoe said the quote, vegan thing is a lot to take on. The experts ask, are there any other issues? Zoe confesses that she's not used to being so affectionate in public, so PDA. But the experts did correct her and say it's not that you're not an affectionate person, it's just that in certain circumstances. And so Jenna voiced that she has to be aware of the PDAs. They have been intimate. Quote, no issues there. And they do a high five. Which was cute. I was here for that. Jenna says that Zoe ticks a lot of her boxes, so her decision is to stay. Zoe says that they were able to highlight and deal with a lot of issues early on, and she also made the decision to stay. Cute. Yay. Keisha and Kwame. Y'all, I'm tired of Kwame already. I'm tired of him. Because I feel like he's not being honest. Let's just keep it real. And I wonder what his motives are for being there. Being honest. Keeping it real. I'm not a fan of Kwame anymore. So the experts ask Keisha, were you attracted to Kwame at the wedding? She gives a weird answer. She's like, I was attracted to his beard. That's a very weird answer, because if he were to shave his beard, the question is, would you find him attractive? So that was a really weird answer. Kwame says that he saw curves, and he mentioned again that she's not the type that he would normally go for. And I'm tired of hearing that, and I'm sure she is too. I would be so annoyed by that comment. It's not my fault I got matched with you. He said that he saw curves, a beautiful woman, and a big smile. And this is when it was over with me and Kwame. The expert's question again was, at the wedding, Were you attracted to Keisha? That was the question. He said he saw curves, a beautiful woman, a big smile, and yeah, she's feeling me. What? What? The fact that she's what? And the expert tried to help correct him and was like, oh, you mean there's something there? And he's like, oh, yeah, there's something there. That's a no for me. I'm sorry. I want Keisha to be happy and I want her to find her one, but Kwame needs to grow up a lot. Kwame needs to grow up a lot. During the honeymoon, Keisha said that Kwame said two things that she heard loud and clear. One was that he was taking things slowly, and two, he got bored quickly, which depending on the way you look at it, those two things are contradictory, but okay. Keisha questions whether Kwame is actually available for her in this relationship. Kwame said that he goes in quick, but wants to do things differently this time. And literally, the other couples are like calling out the BS, the bull. That was fun. Keisha said that she really can't see beyond friendship, and the experts say maybe because you don't feel emotionally safe with him, and I would agree. Keisha says that she's able to be vulnerable to Kwame as a friend. When it came time for the decision, Keisha said that she wants to see how we can grow, and she decided that she would like to stay in the experiment/marriage. Kwame said that he's going to give it a shot and work on it. He too made the decision to stay. I mean, I was surprised at that. I was surprised. And I think that solidifies the fact that Kwame wants to be on TV. He is deciding to stay because he wants his run on the television to be a little bit longer. April and George. George is all over the place. I don't trust George because he has not worked through or processed the trauma from his marriage, and he needs therapy. Until he gets therapy, I don't trust George. He said the honeymoon was a roller coaster. According to the experts, their body language showed they are into each other. Of course, the experts brought up the issue with the hot tub. April's over it. April's like, it was only a peck. It was a dare. It was not a big deal. Like, she was super annoyed, but she kept talking over George. Do you guys know, tribe? Do you know when you can tell when, like, you're watching a conversation, whether it's in person or on the TV, when one person really doesn't like the other person and they're trying to remain professional? That's what would happen here. The expert visibly, obviously did not like April. Yes, honestly. And so when she kind of checked her, when she's like, she said to her, we're keen to hear George's perspective, then we'll come back to you. I said, okay, they here to work. The expert dislikes present April. So what have they learned? You know, being on this roller coaster, George said he tends to run away and he doesn't want to do that anymore. When they asked for the decision, I was like, George, you wrote that. He says, I'm not a massive fan of theme parks, but the roller coaster is one I'm enjoying. So he wants to stay. George, you're a liar. You didn't enjoy that. You almost left your honeymoon. Like, how do you now say you enjoyed that? And then at the dinner party, you literally told every single person that you talked to, every person you spoke to, you brought up the hot tub. Every single one. Every person you spoke to, you brought up what April did on the honeymoon. So I think you were genuinely hurt by that. So the fact that you're saying, oh, this is a fun ride, I get you're going to say, I don't want to run away. I want to give it a shot. Let's say that instead. Let's be truthful. I said, not true. Not you, George. April says that this was hard, but she feels positive about it. And so she also chose to stay. They're staying together. And Richie. How was the wedding, guys? The wedding felt like everyone had known each other for years. The wedding was amazing. Richie loved the energy that Laura had. They had so much fun dancing. Like, great, right? 10s across the board. Then they asked Laura, how was the honeymoon? Like, how have things been getting on? And I told you guys in my last review, I said, Laura and Richie are not on the same page. I'm going to tell you why. Laura says that there is not room for anyone but Richie on the honeymoon. And that made her feel bad. She said that she wanted someone who had been around the block. And Richie is more like a project. I told you guys this. I said Richie has no idea how Laura really feels about him. And that's Laura's fault. Laura, you've been married twice. I'm not judging that. There's no problem with that at all. I'm saying you should be seasoned and know how to communicate more effectively. Because how did Richie respond to this? Richie responded, what surprised me is that Laura has waited until tonight to say this. He's right. He's dumbfounded. He's like, deer in headlights. 100% deer in headlights. He had no idea this was coming. He had no idea she felt this way. He had no inkling of an idea. Not even like a thought, like maybe. No, none of that. Richie has always felt unlovable, he said, and believes that sometimes you do have to change if you want something special. So again, he was shocked and surprised, but then his reaction was a very positive, kind one. He said that he's very proud of himself and of Laura in this process. He begins to get emotional. Other couples who are in the room, they start crying as well. I was proud of the way that Richie handled it. And he wants to stay. And then Laura said that because Richie wants it and has really tried, she too will stay. So again, I question whether or not she's staying she really wants to, or because she knows that Richie wants her and he wants to stay. I don't know, you guys. I question whether she likes him like that. I don't know. Can't call that one. Thomas and Adrienne. So, wedding. How was the wedding? What was your first impression? Thomas was shocked, he said. Adrienne said that he was dumbfounded by the entire experience and overwhelmed. Now, Adrienne feels that he's getting to know Thomas beneath the surface. Thomas said that he wants more for Adrienne. He does not want more friends. He does not want more friends. The past 3 days in particular have been amazing. They have trust in each other built. The experts, congratulate them that you guys have made incredible progress. Adrienne has decided to stay. Thomas has also made the decision to stay. Everyone's staying so far, right? So far, Jordan and Shanita, who are cute lovebirds, they're going to be staying together. Thomas and Adrienne, April and George. I was surprised the most so far by Jess and PJ, but I'm here for it and I'm pulling for them. I really am. All right. Whitney and Duca. I put last, certainly not least. Woo! They start at the wedding. Whitney said that she was just so nervous that she wanted to run. And they asked, well, when you saw Duca, what did you think? And Duca's a handsome man, so stop trying to play him. Duca's a handsome. Don't do it, Whitney. He's not bad looking. He's not ugly. Where'd they say that at? I didn't like that response at all. He said, but they're strangers. This ring, and she had said it a few times, and it was a little bit not nice. This ring shackles me to a stranger, she said. The honeymoon, when it was just us, Whitney said it was a vibe. When he put the positive Pete side down. She loves a man on mute? Who says that? And Duca is definitely not on mute. At the end of the honeymoon, Duca said there was, an explosion at the last meal. And one of the experts just straight up asked, what is the issue? What is the issue? According to Duca, Whitney has been hurt from past heartbreaks, and she's very, very guarded, and she's not allowing me to get to know the real Whitney. That's what Duca said. Whitney said that Duca is being fake, and the expert says the word out loud. Then he checks her. He reins it back in. He's like, you are masterful. You are a pro at sabotaging relationships. According to Whitney, I'm the opposite of Duca's type, and Duca is here for the fame. The experts ask, why are you not working for it? And Whitney said, it's not genuine. Even if I'm not good enough for you, Duca says, out of this process, I'll be good enough for someone else. And I never thought that way before. I think that Duca's like, I'm going to be on TV. Even if this won't work out, I'm going to have popularity. According to Whitney, he's talked about girls in his DMs, how he's going to get so much action. The peanut gallery. While the conversation is going on between the experts and Whitney and Duca, they're invested into this conversation. And then Thomas speaks. And that's the first time throughout this entire conversation that another person from another couple is going to speak up. So he checks Whitney. He says, your behavior at the dinner party was bad. Whitney gives it back to him. Your opinion is irrelevant. The expert, who has years of experience doing this, said that she's never seen so much eye rolling. And eye rolling translates not only to sarcasm, but to contempt. And the expert asked Whitney, do you want to be here? And she said, no, I'm closed off to it now. I said, now, always. Ever since the wedding, Whitney has not seen it for Duca at all. And I don't care what anyone says. I believe that. Ever since the wedding, ever since she laid eyes on him, before they even talked, I feel like she was not here for Duca. Whitney did not see it for Duca at the wedding. Walking down the aisle, it was a wrap. And that was so crazy, but honestly, that's what I think. Anything Duca or we can do, the expert asked Whitney. Is there anything he can do, anything that we can do? And she says, I've had enough. She begins to cry. Duca is still a sweet guy, I think. He tries to console her, starts to hug her. She gets up and she leaves. Thomas and Adrian begin arguing. They're not even done yet. They're not done their conversation, but they begin to argue. Thomas gets up and leaves, and he's really rude. He said that Adrian is pathetic and that he's sick to death of him. Really? Because about an hour ago, about 60 minutes ago, y'all were great. That's what I mean. I just don't know where they stand. They go back and forth. The woman is upset, Adrian says. Can't you give her the benefit of the doubt? Whitney returns. She says that she has said everything. When they ask her decision, she's like, I think it's pretty obvious, but I want to leave. Duca says, I want to fight for this. I want to fight for her. He made the decision that he wants to stay. And the rule is that if one member of the relationship wants to stay, even if you voted to leave, you have to give the relationship another week. And so the experts ask Whitney if she will give 24 hours to contemplate this. And that's where they leave us. That's where it ends. And I try not to watch the preview for the next week's episode because I don't like knowing. I don't like previews. Period. Don't like them. And so I was shocked that Duca said that, especially since his dad was not here for Whitney. And I did not know that Whitney was not his type. That's news to me. But I believe that Whitney will do it. She'll stick around for at least another week. I really do. I feel like she's full of the drama, the antics. She gives good TV. Yeah, she gives good TV. All the couples are staying together after this commitment ceremony. All the couple. I was most surprised by Jess and PJ and Kwame and Keisha, Whitney and Duca. I knew that Shanita and Jordan were a match. I knew that Jenna and Zoe are a match so far. And I thought that George and April would fight for it. I am surprised that both PJ and Jess said yes. I am surprised that Keisha and Kwame both said yes. And I am shocked that Duca said yes. All right. This has been lovely. I hope that you enjoyed this review. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Feel free to share this with your friends who are also watching the show. And I look forward to seeing you in our next review. Bye, tribe. Have an awesome day.